Good morning, grade threes. Here are the answers to your homework questions from yesterday. 16 divided by 4 is equal to 4. 18 divided by 3 is equal to 6. 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6. 14 divided by 7 is equal to 2. 16 divided by 8 is equal to 2. And 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. Now, yesterday, we did this question together, and I showed you how you can take a whole bunch of objects, put them into groups, and figure out the answer to a division question. So you'll remember I moved these into groups of 6, and we found out that that made 4 groups, and that was our answer. And hopefully that's how you got your homework questions. Now, what I wanted to show you is that you can actually set this up into an array, and that will make it a lot more organized and easier to find out how many groups you have. All right. So you'll notice here, I am making a group of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. However, I am putting it into a straight line instead of putting it into a little cluster like yesterday. Now, the benefit for that is that I can line up another row right underneath it, and then we can see how many rows and eventually how many columns we have. So all you would need to do is just keep putting them underneath, exactly the same. This will also make sure that you count correctly and put the correct number of objects in each group. Not such a big deal with a smaller number like 6, but if you're getting up to 7, 8s, and 9s, a lot of students get confused with their counting. So this is a way to keep yourself on track. So I could keep going and put the diamonds under each one to make new rows, but I've cheated a little bit, and I've already got it set up right here. So now let's take a look at this. I'm going to grab my pen here so I can show you my thinking. So as you can see, each row here has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I think you can see that each row is also going to have 6 because it is lined up in an array. So we can tell that each row has 6, which means I've made 6 in each group. So now all I have to do, instead of making those big messy circles I was doing before, I can just count the number of rows, and I can see how many rows there are, and that's going to be my answer. So here we have 1 row, and you're going to see my terrible writing with a mouse. 2 rows, 3 rows. Well, that 3 is almost as nice as my real one. And 4 rows. So as we found yesterday, 24 divided by 6 will equal 4. So really what I'm showing you here isn't a new method. It's just a way of organizing the method I showed you yesterday. Remember, you start with the number of objects, which is the first number in your question. Then you divide it into groups of the second number, in this case 6. And then you find out how many groups you have made, which is your answer, in this case 4. Now, these are your homework questions for tonight, but I think because I've got a little time left in the video, I'm actually going to take this one here, and we are going to do it together. So I'm going to take this out of this page, and we're going to solve it together on another page. So you can see all my computer magic here. Okay, we've got 20 divided by 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a random shape. There we go, circles. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to copy this circle a whole bunch of times. So far, I've got 4 circles. Now let's double it, and we've got 8 circles. Now if we double 8 again, which is 8 plus 8, anyone know how many that's going to be? That will end up being 16. Now I only need 20. I know that I need 4 more, so I'm going to clone 4 more there. Okay, we've got 20 circles. So what I'm trying to show you is that you can put these into groups of 4, or you can line it up into an array. So let's just quickly do both here. So there's a group of 4. Here's another group of 4. Another one. Here's one. And this one I don't need to move. It's already in its own group of 4. So if we count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we'll know that the answer to 20 divided by 4 is 5. Now let me show that to you as if we're doing it as an array. So now all we need to do is we just need to line these up as if we are making an array. Make sure there are 4 in each row. And we will see how many rows we have made. I'm not going to make this quite as neat as when I do it ahead of time, just because I don't want you to be bored while I do this. But I really want to show you that I'm putting it into an array so that you could try this yourself. Now you'll notice I'm using circles because we have a lot of circle objects in our houses. For example, if you had a box of Cheerios, you could dump out 20 Cheerios and you could put them into an array and find your answer. Or if you have a bunch of old pennies hanging around, since nobody uses them anymore, they make great math tools now. Here we go. So we've got 4 in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can count the number of rows to see what our answer is. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 rows, just like we figured out before. So I hope that's helpful. Please try either one of those methods for figuring out your homework. Here are the questions again. If you didn't get a chance to pause the video before, give it a try, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good evening.